Good day everyone, I'm Desiree Angeles along with my co-members
January Simayo,
Jerome Vita Valle,
Fatima Lorenzo, and Clarissa Cabili.
and today we are going to discuss about our system which is entitled MacDeck system. So to begin with, let's start with the sign up interface.
So good day everyone. Again, I am Clarissa Cabili and I'm going to discuss the sign up GUI. Okay, so we have here a text box for username, password, and confirm password, and button for sign up and sign in. And now let's proceed to the code for this JFrame. Here is the code for username, password, and confirm password. And if you're done filling up the sign up registration, you can now click the sign up button. But if your password and confirm password doesn't match, the system will pop up that your password and confirm password do not match. Otherwise, if your password and confirm password match, the system will pop up that your account is already registered. And after that, you can now proceed to sign in button. And if you click the sign in button, the JFrame will switch from sign up JFrame to sign in JFrame. And now, I would like to call the next reporter to discuss the sign in GUI.
Good day, my name is Jerome Vita Valle and I'm here to discuss the sign-in interface. I'd like to introduce you to our Java Swing-based sign-in application designed especially for MacDeck point-of-sale system. This application provides straightforward, user-friendly interface for employees to log in, start processing order. So this is the key button for username, tapos password and login. The key features that MacDeck have is the user interface, components, and functionality. So this application is built using Java Swing, ensuring a lightweight, platform independent, and easy to maintain. It demonstrates how can create effective brand-specific GUI application for business needs. And let's proceed to the code. So this is the code for sign in button. This is for username that you will enter in sign up and your password. This is the code for password. And once you click the login button, you will be directed to the order menu, and after that, a message pop up on the screen indicating the instruction for the order menu, which is the click the product icon to add the order. So after that, let me call the next reporter to explain the order menu.
Good day everyone! Again, I'm January Simayo. I will present the order menu interface. So here, this is our order menu. Here's our order display and here is the receipt. Delete button and place order and proceed to payment. And now let's proceed to the code of order menu interface. Ito yung action listener para sa chicken. So, here is, in quantity, ito yung quantity ng mismong product. Then, here is the product description. Ito yung mismong pangalan ng product. Then, dito naman is yung price ng mismong product. Then, here is the total amount based sa kung ilan yung quantity ng nilagay ng user. Then, dito naman, if yung current text is nagko-contain ng product description, yung one piece chicken a la carte, yung a la carte, magdadagdag uli siya ng quantity at total amount. So, kapag nag-update na yung total amount and yung quantity, magdi-display naman siya doon sa mismong order display. Then kapag hindi na nag-aano yung product, hindi na nag-exist, magagawa siya ng panibagong entry sa baba.
Good day everyone, I'm Desiree Angeles and I'm here today to present to you our order menu interface. So to begin with, let's start with the delete order button. So here, in our delete order button, we've declared the delete button as an action listener. So, ang ginagawa lang ng delete order button is kapag i-delete mo siya, is makiklear lang lahat ng products na nilagay mo dun sa order display. Next is yung place order button. So, here, yung place order button natin is meron din siyang action listener. So, ang ginagawa lang ng place order button natin is kapag na kinilik mo yung place order button, mag-print siya ng receipt. So, paano nangyayari yon? So, dito, meron tayong condition. So, kapag yung ating place or yung ating order display ay merong laman, ang mangyayari is mag-print siya ng ating McDonald's receipt. So dito din is ina-update naman ng place order button yung ating subtotal amount and yung total amount kapag tayo ay nagdadagdag ng another product. So, lastly is yung sa ating isa pang condition na kapag kung wala namang product na nakalagay dun sa order display natin, ang mangyayari is magdi-display siya ng message na there is no item in the receipt. So, next naman is yung ating proceed to payment button. So, anong ginagawa ng ating proceed to payment button? So, ang ginagawa lang ito is kapag kinilik mo siya is mag-proceed siya sa ating checkout interface. So, dito lang is, ang nangyayari lang is, So, dito, ang nangyayari lang is, dinidispose lang ng ating proceed to payment button yung current frame. Tapos, ang mangyayari lang is, mare-redirect na siya sa ating checkout payment interface. And that's all for the order menu interface. So now let's proceed to the checkout payment interface that will be discussed by my co-member.
Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Fatima Lorenzo. Today, I'd like to introduce you the checkout of our Java Swing-based sign-in application designed specifically for a McDonald's point-of-sale system. This feature enhances the user experience by allowing customers to easily complete their payment process. Upon clicking the checkout button, the application handles the checkout process. It retrieves the user-entered information and validates it. A confirmation message is then displayed, allowing customers to review their payment information, and they are also given the option to place another order or exit the application. Let's dive into the details of how the checkout works. The code demonstrates the implementation of a feature where a receipt window is created using Java's GUI. It includes a button for checkout, which when clicked, retrieves user-entered information and checks if all fields are filled. If any field is empty, a warning message is displayed. Then, a confirmation dialog shows the entered payment information, and upon confirmation, a message label displays, "Thank you for your order." Another dialog prompts the user if they want to place another order. Another dialog prompts the user if they want to place another order, depending on the choice. Either a new order menu window is opened or a "Thank you for ordering" message is displayed.
So now, I'm going to discuss to you the algorithm that we've used in our system. So, but first, let us use our system. So, now, I'm just going to enter a random username and a random password. So, now, let us see what will happen if we enter the wrong password. So, there's a message that will pop up that your password and confirm password does not match. So, let's try to correct it. And once it is correct, then your account is now registered. So now let's try to sign in our registered account. So now I'm just going to input the informations that we've used in the sign up. Now, once we click the login, now it will proceed to the order menu. So, after clicking the login, there is a message that will pop up in the order menu, which is saying the instructions how to add a product in the order display. And it says that to click the product icon to add order. So, and now let's try to add a product to our order display. So let's just pick any random product and let's just click the place order, and there you have it. So here is the order number, which indicates what order it will be prioritized, just like in the first come first serve algorithm. So in the first come first serve algorithm, if the item that comes first will be processed in the system. So that's the algorithm that we've used in our system. So now let's just click the proceed to payment, and let's just fill up the checkout payment with our informations. Let's just put random informations and let's check out. So now there is a message that will pop up after clicking the checkout, and here you can view your informations that you've entered, so that if there are any incorrect informations. So now let's just click the yes button, and after clicking the yes button, there's another message that will pop up saying that if you would like to place another order. So let's just click the yes button, and it will again proceed to our order menu. And now, let's try and repeat the process that we've done earlier. So let's just add a random product, click the place order, and here we have the order number, which has changed to 002. So this means that the order that we've placed in our second time using the order menu is now the number 2 that will be going to process by our system. So this just means that this just means that our second order will be processed for the after the order number 001. So now let's just proceed to the payment, and we'll just have to put in again random informations to our payment, and we're just going to click yes again. And if the user clicks no, then there will be a pop-up message that will show saying that thank you for ordering. And that's all for our system. Once again, I'm Jisrael M. Angeles along with my co-members
Larissa Cabiling,
Jerome Dita Bale.
Fatima Lorenzo,
General Singayo.
And that's all for our presentation of the MacDeck system. Thank you for watching! Smash that like button!